Welcome to QuestPond's YouTube channel, and what are we learning today? Today we'll be discussing about 10 most asked Angular interview questions. So we'll be running through 10 most asked Angular interview questions, through this ebook. So through this ebook, I will run those questions, and as I run those questions, we also have the answers. Now, this ebook, if you want it, what you can do is you can share this video on your LinkedIn, on your Twitter, or on your Facebook, and send us an email, and we will give this ebook completely free to you. And very quickly, before we move ahead, please do go ahead and visit my website questpond.com, where I have covered end-to-end interview preparation, job preparation, step-by-step lessons, right? So you can see here that we not only have preparation from the point of Angular. We understand that you also need to be prepared in ASP.NET, you need to be prepared in C#, you need to be prepared in SQL Server, right? So there are list of questions, with answers, with code demonstrations. So one of the things, what happens is when you go through a video, right, you actually hear me speaking. And when you hear me speaking, that vocabulary gets registered into your mind. And when you actually read through an ebook, you are reading through an ebook. Yes, you are reading it, you are looking at the code, right? But, if you are hearing, if you are seeing the demonstration, things become more easier to grasp, right? So use this ebook for the final revision and use the videos for a serious preparation. But now let us assume that you have got a call today night and tomorrow morning is your interview. So what are those important 10 questions, where you would like to focus through, right? So let us get started with 10 most asked Angular interview questions. Here it is. The first question, which is very commonly asked in almost all Angular interviews is, what are directives and what are those three types of directives? Now, one very important tip out here. You can be a hero in your project. You must have delivered excellently. You know how to go and do the complicated stuff in Angular. But at the end of the day, if you're not answering simple questions, you're not getting the job. So please make sure that before you go to Angular interviews or any interview, right, please prepare yourself, right? For example, this question, if you see, it is possible that you must have used directive a lot of times, but you don't know that there are three different types of directives like structural, attribute, component. So probably you don't know the vocabulary, right? So I would suggest do a proper preparation. And if you are, think about it. If you are not able to answer these simple questions, for example, if you're not able to answer what are the three different type of directives, it is very much possible that the interviewer can think that he does not know Angular, right? So all your hard work, all your experience goes into water. So just make sure you practice, you do revision, and then you go to the interview, right? So the first question, which I see very common in Angular interviews is directives and different type of directives. That is the first one. The second one is single page application. So what is single page application? And then surrounded some question of single page application comes is routing, because by using routing, you can implement single page application in Angular. And as soon as you say routing, there is one more connected question which comes up is lazy loading. So the three questions, which come connected, which I see is single page application, routing, and lazy loading. So this is one more kind of questions, which are very common in Angular interviews. No Angular interview would be complete without discussion about Angular lifecycle. This question is so famous. This question is so commonly asked. So you should know what are the different Angular lifecycle hooks, and you should know that what is the sequence of it, right? Now you don't have to memorize each and every sequence, but you should know like, okay, there is an ng on change, on init, do check, So some of the events you can forget, right? But some important events you should know, and you should be able to talk about the sequence. You should be able to talk about that in each one of these events, what kind of code can go in, right? So this question again comes up. And one very famous question around this question which comes up is the difference between ng on init and constructor. I don't know why this question is so famous, because they both are very different concepts, but I have seen in Angular interviews that constructor and ng on init is pretty much asked. No Angular interview is complete without a discussion on services and dependency injection. So definitely what are services, how they help us to share common logic, and how do we use dependency injection by using the providers in Angular is a very, very common question. Now, when you talk about any JavaScript UI, at the end of the day you are going to go and make an HTTP call. So definitely one question on HTTP call should surely be there, that how do you use Angular for making HTTP post call or get call and passing data and so on, right? And finally, I want to talk about one more question, which is around RxJS. Now, you use RxJS or you don't use RxJS. At the end of the day, for some reason, all Angular interviewers would like to know what is RxJS. They will talk about observer and observable and streams and so on, right? So just make sure that you understand RxJS, you understand the difference between RxJS and promises and so on, right? So these are, some of the very, very common question which is asked during Angular interviews. Again, I repeat, a prepared Angular developer has more chance of getting success than an unprepared superhero. So always be prepared. Keep revising yourself. Do not think that, yes, you are working in a company, so you know all the things. At the end of the day, most of the time when we work in companies, it is a monotonous job, right? We keep doing the same things. There are company politics. You have emails to be replied, you have meetings to be done. So you don't really do reading as such, right? So ensure that go prepared in Angular interviews. Ensure that you have the right technical vocabulary, your CV is rightly done, and definitely once you are prepared, the job should be in your hand. So happy job hunting, happy learning. Thank you.